feel and I know that I have and am experiencing a awakening. I'm sober. Actually, I smoked a little bit of cannabis, but that's nothing special. I've been doing that every day for years, basically. Talking about it kind of kills it. It's only just, I don't know, it's been going on for a while, to be honest. It's all day, really. My awareness has just become a lot more, like, I can see a lot more. Well, I can like go in and out of duality, where like I keep like flipping the coin, where I see how like everything's imaginary, where like you can kind of be in separateness or unity, and it's almost up to my will. Like, I don't know, but I had quite a bit of synchronicity. Oh yeah, something that kept happening was like, I don't know if I'm just, like, what it is, but like my it's not doing it as much, but like my head kept rising like that, like, and I couldn't, like, that sounds weird, man, but like, yeah, I don't know, I can't tell if I'm doing it or not. I mean, yeah, like if it's voluntary or not. Like my head just, I don't know if that's relevant to it, or what that means. I've never had that before. But yeah, what am I on about, basically? Because everyone in my life probably thinks that I'm fucking schizophrenic. Because, well, the truth is that what I would define myself, I was thinking the other day, I was going to make a video defining this term. The best thing I can come up, the best name I can think for this term is acute awareness. How fine-tuned are you aware of every possible detail? Like, become aware really what is. So the reason I say that is because these mental health labels are very gaslighting. Reality is like, there's something about direct being or consciousness or perception, if you can even call it that, where like, of the self, where like, or of any speck of reality or consciousness, it's like the fact that anything is here at all is the end game. So often when people prescribe labels like schizophrenia, it's like, you're not actually, you don't have your eyes open to what's right in front of you. Somewhat, that's not exactly true. But what am I talking about? What's my awakening experience? It's like Christ consciousness, of like, where I really just see it in terms of love, yin and yang. It's been happening all day, really. More so since, yeah, that's weird. It's really weird how it happened today. But I don't know, it's been happening quite a bit, actually, like, overall. My awakening kind of path, if you can call it that, overall, ironically, it's actually gotten deeper, and I've learned more, learned in quotes, more since I've stopped psychedelics. I still do a little bit of weed, but like mainly like my survival, like my money situation has got like worse, so I can't afford mushrooms and things. It's not wise for me to buy mushrooms at the minute. And like, so my diet has got worse. So I've like really, like, I've come face to face with survival recently because I'm young. I lost I lost a job, and I just kind of retreated into isolation, living with my mum, and I just ran out of money slowly. And I realized, like, I mean, I've had my own flat before, and things, so it's not like I'm not like living with my mum. Like, I've never, like, I was homeless with my dad before and shit. Like, I've been through shit, but like, what I mean is like, when the world kind of catches up with you as this ego, where, like, you know, if you imagine, if, like, I realized that the depths of pain are also basically infinite. It depends what your state of consciousness is, but I just mean, like, you watching this video right now, what's the worst that your survival situation has ever got? In terms of, have you ever been homeless, or have you ever been in a state where you basically can't eat due to being so poor? Have you ever been in the midst of a war and like crazy disease, right? If you haven't, entertain that you could be, and what do you think that would actually do to you if reality really kind of, if your survival situation did that to you as an ego? That's what I've been learning a lot recently. The reason I say that is because like, I can struggle with being like undisciplined, or I have in the past been like undisciplined, depressed, unmotivated, and like just playing like games where I'm just lazy, and like I have bad habits and stuff, and but like all of that goes out the window if World War III begins and this land gets bombed. Like, could you imagine, like, if your land got bombed and you were literally on a mission with your family for like 4 months, and there was basically like no food, and like fucking 70% of the people on your land were murdered, and or something like that? Do you see how like all of your like bullshit, like bad habits and like personal development and your like your YouTube channel, like a lot of that just goes out of the window when you meet survival like so intimately, where you're actually forced to like reevaluate your entire story as an ego and your whole being and your whole state of consciousness, because your attachments are going to be challenged, and it will put things into perspective. Your gratitude will get put in check, where you will realize, you know, you only know what you have once it's gone, kind of thing. And that will keep happening until you learn to be grateful for what you have, and then maybe it will stop leaving. The world is waiting for you to wake up. Going back to the awakening and stuff, is like, it all responds to your vibration, and it's absolutely true. And it's weird, like it might take multiple years to change your actual stage, because you can have a breakthrough peak vibration, but to actually learn to sustain that is a different thing. So in God realization, you can experience vast synchronicity, radical synchronicity. So what you have to learn to do is to actually cultivate and maintain God realization, not just on the psychedelic peak and then come crashing down the next day, being depressed and eating junk food again, and then you take mushrooms and then you break through into God consciousness, and then when the dose wears off, you come crashing back down. So the synchronicity wears off. You have to learn to maintain the vibration and actually develop your baseline, and then you can maintain the synchronicity and then have the dream be fulfilled. So the universe is waiting on you, so heaven is ready. You just have to open your fucking eyes. And if you've ever done psychedelics deeply enough and you've had an infinite love awakening or trip or something, then you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, the reason I'm running out of storage, I gotta go. But yeah, I talked about survival because I feel like I learned a lot through survival, and now I'm coming out of that dark phase where like I had like an ego backlash, which is why I was so concerned with survival. I still am more concerned with survival now. That's why my name was Oxen, but now I've changed it temporarily to Paradoxen, because integrating paradox is the highest wisdom. We live on multiple different planes. See actualize.org's video, relative versus absolute truth, or relative versus absolute truth, I mean. Yeah, basically, we live on multiple different planes at the same time. You're alone, but you're also not. And I gotta go. I love you.